Hey, what's up guys? Alan here with EatSleepTrade.net. Gonna go over the watch list for the week of November 30th, 2015. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Last week was a crazy week in the market with a ton of momentum plays all over the place. Currently still long in HART, and I will be looking to probably exit out of that on Monday, hoping to get a little bit of momentum push into that to go a little bit higher. Got the SPY chart here, and we're going to start off by going over that one here. So let's take a look. Alright guys, first thing we're going to take a look at here is the SPY, and we started following this thing back when we had this huge sell-off and panic, and people were really kind of freaked out about the whole situation. We just kind of stayed calm, didn't really trade the market too much as it was too volatile, which volatility is good because that's where we get our range, but to an extent, when you're volatile, you know, 20-30 points up and down, for some people that's really good, and for others that range is too large and can really get yourself in a bad position. We mentioned that 201 resistance area, 202, and did make a video here this week when we thought we finally got back above this consolidation and that resistance area and wanted to see us continue on our uptrend. Did get a nice positive push back up towards 210, and since then we've got the pullback. We did mention this pullback, and if we were going to make it back down to this 201 area, 201.50, you want to see that hold as support because that was our prior resistance that we broke above. It didn't quite make it down that far, but you could see it definitely did put in a higher low and now continued back up towards its prior high up here, and going to be looking for a continuation move out of this sort of flag setup as we're above our 20-day moving average, and look to get a push back up towards this 213 area, and maybe before the year is over we can see the SPY put new highs in. Alright, so first up on the list is NUTR. We've been in a pretty strong uptrend here, and now we've started to put in this multi-top right here around 25, putting in higher lows, and want to kind of see a breakout above that $25 area. There's a lot of stocks that are putting in multi-tops right now, and I think that you can take advantage of these multi-tops when you have a overall market that's going to be bullish and wants to move higher. It takes these stocks with multi-tops and pushes them up into their next level. So I'll definitely be watching this in the next week for a breakout over that $25 area. Next up is SWHC. Main reason for putting this one on the watch list is the high relative volume that came in. So that showed up on the scanner and obviously had a pretty big push with all the talks about Martin and KBIO. That's enough to make something like this move. I would say fundamentally it's a company that you'd want to be short on, as was KBIO, and that's kind of where the problem occurs. Is everybody assumes it's automatically a short. Everybody on social media is going to go short, and in turn you get a large short squeeze and the stock moves higher, though it fundamentally shouldn't. So my area I'm going to be watching into next week is this 110 area. If this thing pulls back a little bit, I'll still keep an eye on it. But if we get above that 110 area, I'll probably try to take a long position. I more than likely will not hold something like this overnight, especially if you're in the short side. So just keep that in mind. Next up on the list, let's look at AFFX. So we got a nice inverted head and shoulders setting up down here. The stock's been pulling back for probably 4 or 5 months now, and looks like we could be putting in that bottom. So going to be looking for a push and a break above this 960 area. If we do get above that 960 area, that's probably where I'd be looking to go long, with stops below that 960 area, as that's an area to want to see hold as support. Next up is ANGI, Angie's List. Just been doing something crazy here. You could see how far above it is of its 20-day moving average, and sort of setting up a nice little a flag here after a big push, and not really dying off. So gonna watch this in the Monday to see if we get any type of continuation into this move. It's been a big move. It started all the way back down here around 4, now up to 1076, and no reason why it couldn't go higher. Usually stocks that people think aren't going to go higher are usually the ones that go higher. So watching this flag break, and with the consolidating candle that we had on Friday, if the day does go green or gaps up, or we see any type of momentum on it, then it gives us a low risk to get that opportunity on a trade. And if it doesn't work out, again, you have a low risk, so you're not losing really much money, and it gives you a good shot at a stock that can have decent range. Next, we're going to take a look at BEAT. And this one here, we just have a nice large wedge forming on it, putting in higher lows and lower highs. So I like that consolidation here. The 20-day moving average has just crossed back above our 50-day. So just going to keep an eye on this, see if we break out of this lower high trend, and that might give us an opportunity to take a position on that one, with our stops slightly below a prior day low. Next, we're going to take a look at Chef. So Chef is sitting up here after a pretty big gap up. So the stock opened up around 20, sold off, ended up closing around 18, but has managed to push its way back up and retest that $20 area. So that's really the area that I'm going to be looking for, or looking to watch as far as resistance goes. Anything above 20 could give a sign that this thing is ready to move higher again. You can see the big push and how far away it is from its 20-day moving average, and look for a push up to this 2165 area. Next on the list, FSS. And this one here has just had a really big run from a low around 15 to a high around 17.20, so $2.20 you've got right there. Just pulled back here a little bit, and now starting to break out of that pullback consolidation and begin to start moving back higher. Gonna watch that 17.20 area here on the multi-top and see if we get a breakthrough and possibly some volume coming in to push this thing up into new highs. Next, we're going to take a look PCN. Again, another one here with a multi-top. We're looking at right around 13.95 for that resistance area. Putting in higher lows, so it looks like it may have also found a bottom on its chart here, as it sort of has been trending down for the last couple of months. Like to see that reversal. The 20-day is above our 50 right now, getting ready to test back here, so that could be the determination of either A, the 20 is going to cross back below our 50 and we will fail to break above this 1395 resistance, or our 20 will bounce off our 50 and we will get that break above that 1395. So keep an eye on that. We are putting in higher lows, which is always a good sign. Good relative volume, had a big volume spike last week here on Wednesday, so definitely something that volume picks up on, and that we could see move higher if we get a push through that 1395. Alright, next we're going to take a look at SWHC. the famous Smith & Wesson. Um, Another one here, multi-top, putting in higher lows. It's forming an ascending triangle, just like the prior chart, PCN. And the key area here is going to be 19. That's the area we're looking to get above and get the breakout of. Our 20-day is crossing above our 50-day right now, giving us a really good entry opportunity here on a slight flag setup. If we get continuation into Monday, and this looks like it's going to continue higher, confirmation with that breakout above 19, that'll put this thing into new highs and should give it a decent push. Very capable of having high relative volume pushes, as you can see on the volume charts down here. So gonna have a close eye onto this one into Monday with that 19 area in mind. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos. Also, check out our website, eatsleeptrade.net. From there you can follow us on Twitter, as well as like our Facebook page, so you can stay up to date on all the stocks that we're watching and trading. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and good luck this week.